What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. I am so happy we are finally within a week before MLB The Show 20 does hit early access, and today we learned a bunch of news about Diamond Dynasty on the new Twitch developer Livestream, and of course that's what I want to talk about today. We learned a lot of stuff about the content, we saw a lot of new legends the last 2 days, and I want to talk about that. I want to get right into it, but before we do, make sure and leave a like down below if you guys do enjoy these videos. Really helps out the channel, and subscribe if you guys have not yet. We're gonna be working really hard around the clock on MLB The Show 20. We're gonna try and get 20,000 subscribers by the time we hit on Friday. We're about 500 away right now. I know we can do it, so if you want to have a nice place for tips, guides, gameplays, pack openings, anything you could possibly think for, it's gonna be here on this channel. Make sure and subscribe. That being said, let's get right into this one. Red diamonds, they are prestige diamonds. We're seeing it right here, prestige Todd Helton. Todd Helton is going to be one of the brand new inning bosses for the first inning program, and this is going to be something completely unique. You are basically, in a sense, powering up a player by getting stats with that specific player online only. This cannot be done offline, only online. So what you're gonna have to do to get this 94 red or blood diamond that some people are liking to call it, is you're gonna have to collect the card from the first inning program and then do stats, which I'll show you in a minute. This card is going to have the same card art except with an animated red diamond on the top right, and what's unique about it is it just has a little bit better stats. It is not monumental. It is a couple, you know, +3s, +4s, depending on the overall boost. This is said to be for those who really want to show off how much they play this game, and like I said, these statistical missions are only going to be accessible online. You cannot do these stats offline, which makes it kind of unique and hard to get. So we're about to see the stats that you're gonna need to do it. It's not impossible. I think it's pretty fair. There's the collect mission, and then the statistical missions for Todd Helton, I believe, is 106 hits, and then you can kind of, yeah, we're gonna see right here, it is 106 hits, 45 extra base hits, 63 RBIs, 60 runs. So I would say this would probably take a full rank season's month of going at it and playing a good amount to accumulate those stats with Todd Helton. Once again, you don't have to do this, and if you wish it was offline, yeah, I get it, but at the same point, this is an extra incentive and you don't have to do this. I should note, for all these prestige diamonds, you cannot sell them. Obviously, you're collecting it, and then he is going to be locked into your collection. Something that I forgot to note in this video later on, collections are different this year. Once you collect that player, you can no longer quick sell it, so you cannot do collections the same way you did them last year. As soon as you quick sell something, you know, it is off. You cannot add something to your collection and then have it count. So I just wanted to make that completely clear going forward. And then something else cool to note with these prestige players is they are going to be having these for each and every inning program that they are going to do. Here we're going to see Roy Oswalt. So Roy Oswalt, Duke Schneider, and Todd Helton are the new ones. Here, Roy Oswalt looks fantastic, 95, and he looks so good. I really like the fact that it is animated on the top right with the diamond. It looks really clean. I'm really glad they're doing this, and it's just so unique, and it's something that you can have that your opponent doesn't have, because these are going to be difficult. 62 innings pitched with Roy Oswalt is going to take time, and then, of course, performing well with him. And then Duke Schneider, here's his upgraded version once again. So these are going to be for each and every inning program, every boss that is within the programs. They're also going to have a prestige diamond. Here you can see Duke Schneider's 2 points up, Todd Helton 3 points up, and then Roy Oswalt, already at a 93, is going to be 2 points up to a 95 overall. So it's going to be really cool to see what they do with these going forward, and I'm super happy they're doing this. I don't care that it is exclusive to online. if you really enjoy a player and you do super well with him to the point where you cannot take him out of your lineup, it is going to be awesome. Let's talk about team affinities, because they are completely revamped and they are going to be miles and miles better than they were in MLB The Show 19. First of all, you see the Nationals team affinity. They are going to have a thing where missions go toward your team affinity this time, and they can change your active team affinity, and that progress for playing goes towards team affinity progress, kind of like you had in the Captain Store back in MLB The Show 16. We're going to take a look in the team affinity for the Washington Nationals, and it's pretty much the same thing. You're going to see missions, as I just mentioned. Collections, you're still going to have a chance to do that March to October, and then Showdown is going to give you those as well. Here we see some statistical missions that we're going to have, and you see the NL East Showdown exchange. You're going to get team affinity points for completing the Showdown. If you want to hear more about that, video is going to be in the top right hand corner talking about Showdown earlier on. And then also statistical missions. You can see tally extra base hits on line with national, shortstop, left field, or center field, and you're going to get 5 team affinity points, and it is going to be progress towards the Nationals team affinity. So really like that, and more ways to get it done. You don't have to do it in one exclusive mode. Last year it was either team affinity, or it was either March to October or exchange. Obviously most people did exchange, but this year there's some more stuff added to it. There's some more progress that you're going to be able to make a little bit down the way, which we're going to see. One of those things is the gold player we're going to see is always going to be a prospect card for that team. Here we're going to look at Will Crow of the Washington Nationals, and this is going to be the same structure for every team affinity. This is going to be a gold player, and it's going to be a prospect for that team. So 91 stamina, 76 hit 9, 66 K9, 70 walk 9. You can see it's not the greatest, but if you're thinking about a team build, this is going to be helpful. So it's pretty awesome. You know, this one isn't the best, but there are some gold cards. If you find someone with good speed, he can be very versatile. I saw one for the Rays. He has 95 speed, which is always going to be helpful no matter how you look at things. So yeah, every single gold is going to be this, and it is going to be, I believe, at 30 team affinity points. And then we're going to see a big one. Each face of the franchise is going to come with a team affinity. This one for the Nationals is a 89 Juan Soto with, once again, brand new card art, no stranger to MLB 20, 90 contact right, 88 contact left, 100 power versus righties, 77 power versus lefties. This card is very good. As you can see, these are not going to be sellable. Obviously, team affinity cards were not able to be sold last year, and the same thing goes this year. They cannot be sold, but every team, just like they're going to have a gold prospect, they're going to have the face of the franchise, and this is something so cool. There's going to be expansions within team affinities. This is stage 2, and it's coming in the spring, not far after launch of MLB The Show 20. We're going to see a new wave of cards. Every time you see that blue teal flash, that means there's a new card that's going to be available, and it's all the way up to 220 team affinity points. So we're going to see expansions in the spring, in the summer, and in the fall. I asked for this, a lot of people asked for this, and we're going to see it. The team affinity packs you see right there, they're going to have players specific to that team, so it'll help you out with collections, which in turn will help you out with those exchanges to get more team affinity stars and more team affinity points. Something very important and crucial to note, that it is 70 points to get to the end of the team affinity, but you cannot stack points. So once the expansions come out, you're gonna have to get all the way to 70 points in order to get to the expansion. So you cannot start getting the cards from the expansions until you get the ones that started off that team affinity. So grind all of them to 70 points, and then once the expansion hits, then you're going to be able to move on past the 70 points or 70 program stars for the team affinity and get the new cards. Here we're going to take a look at the Minnesota Twins, and I'm not mentioning the other stuff, but there's team player packs, there are the stadium, there's icons and stubs that you're going to see within the team affinities, just the same as they were last year. Here we see Nick Gordon, 80 speed shortstop, of course, highly highly touted prospect. Hopefully he can make some waves and get up to the bigs. I know he's kind of been struggling making it there. But also Byron Buxton, 99 speed, 94 fielding, 97 arm, 64, 72 contact, 65, 67 power. Mickey Mantle. Astronomical legend reveal. A lot of people happy about it, including me. He's going to be one of the pre-order diamonds that you're going to see if you pre-order the MVP, the digital deluxe. You're going to get 2 options, or the anniversary edition also going to be on the market, and I'm going to bet anything in the world he's going to be the collection reward as well. Moving on, we're going to see at launch there's going to be a prospect pack featuring Luis Robert right here of the Chicago White Sox, 92 speed, 87 fielding, 72 and 86 contact, 88 power versus lefties, looking really good. When they first announced the roster merge with Rated Rosters, having full minor league rosters in MLB The Show 20, I could not even think of all the possibilities, and it is quite insane the things they're going to do. Obviously, some of the best prospects in the game are going to be featured, and it's just opening so many opportunities. So many cards are going to be in MLB The Show 20. I think it is even going to blow MLB 19 out of the water when in terms of lineup variation goes. We have a Joey Bart right here for the San Francisco Giants, of course. One of the best catching prospects that we have right now. Something to note, there is currently no prospect card that has been shown over a 90 overall. I have a feeling that's going to be about the top that it goes, because they don't want to have a 99 prospect. They don't want to have some of these guys overshadowing Mickey Mantle or Willie Mays or Ken Griffey Jr., which completely makes sense. We had a Forrest Whitley right there, Drew Waters of the Atlanta Braves. Like I said, if you have a favorite prospect, if it's anywhere within the top 100 and probably even further, knowing that we're getting gold cards as well. Here's Mitch Keller. They're probably going to have a prospect card included in MLB The Show 20. And to round things off, Alex Baum for the Philadelphia Phillies. Talking about the first inning program, it is going to work pretty similarly, as you can see. Conquest is going to be here. Tim Tebow is going to have his own Conquest map as a starter. That is absolutely amazing. Speaking of the minor league cards, and it's going to work the same once there's new innings. There's going to be a new exclusive Conquest map for it. Here's Tim Tebow. Unfortunately, they block his stats. 81 power versus righties, you can see. However, 62 speed, common hitting. I mean, don't expect too much. It's a 75 overall, but Tim Tebow's at the game. I think that's awesome. But yeah, right here you can see the first inning Conquest map. Get a little sneak preview of what it's going to look like. Of course, there are still going to be hidden packs that is coming back. That was a fan favorite, so they obviously had to include it. And there's going to be the US map featuring Willie Mays. He is going to be a card within there. I do not believe that they show his card, but I would imagine he's going to be something similar to the Ty Cobb we had last year, around an 87 overall. A couple things I want to show with a quality of life change. There's going to be locations where you can see where each card is able to be purchased. They're going to show us price on the community market and where you can find them in packs and different programs. Energy is coming. You can now pick your starting pitcher. This is huge. It is going to work on a system where you have to take these guys out, or not take them out. They have to be in your lineup, in your rotation, to keep regenerating energy after a game you don't use them. You can also use a opener. You can pick your starting pitcher, and then it is just on the energy system. And yes, this is going to carry over to ranked seasons, battle royale, and events. You're going to be able to pick your starting pitcher. So now there's going to be a reason to draft golds and diamonds starting pitchers for your BR team. And they even said with the new perfect hitting system on All-Star, if you go up with a bronze or a common against Babe Ruth, prepare your arse. Finally, Battle Royale, 9 wins to start off is going to get a diamond reward, and here's the flawless preview. Jim Edmonds, Andrew Miller, Joe Adele prospect, Edgar Martinez, and Trevor Hoffman are going to be the starting flawless Battle Royale rewards.